What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of Podcast Not Included. Chris could not make it. 50% Man could not make it. Sorry that we didn't have an episode last week. Solo 911 had his teeth pulled, couldn't talk very much.
I had a hard week.
I had a bunch of adulting I had to do. Christopher couldn't make it at all. He can't make it this week because he was busy and we dropped it on him short notice. So we've got Gravemind1009. Also known as Jeff, because we'll probably end up fucking that up at some point.
What we do anyway.
Here in place of him.
Hello.
So, what's going on, man?
Yeah, like to know how good I am at fucking things up. So
it depends on how interesting this gets.
Depends on how interesting it gets.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll fuck it up regardless. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone on the internet. Gravemind is incredibly nervous. He's not used to talking into a mic.
I'm not so much nervous about talking into the mic. I've done this before, and like I said, I used to run a soundboard for a church. We used to do all kinds of stuff for that.
Yeah.
What I'm nervous about is my opinions making itself to the internet. So my mind is now known. And as you know,
you don't have any absolutely ridiculous opinions.
Are you saying your opinions are?
Kick the fucking cat out of here, Zelda.
I'm sorry, Kitty.
Solar brought a plastic bag in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't squeak. Oh, you poor
Solar
thing.
brought a plastic bag into the room, and the cat cannot leave it alone. Close that door all the way. Awesome.
Look,
She's gonna be meowing outside the door.
I have to eat yogurt. I have a giant hole in my fucking mouth. I don't have a choice.
That's awful too, because I was gonna invite you. Like I said,
dude, I know, dude. Like that's the worst part for real. That is the absolute worst part of this whole experience. Not the pain of it, not the bleeding, not the any of that. It's that I can't eat what the fuck I want to eat when I want to eat it. I have to wait weeks until like it at least like covers over itself, and then I can just like slam
with how much you like hot stuff. I imagine at some point you must have accidentally put something hot in your mouth.
Everyone at work the last 2 days has been saying that I look super sick, and it's like sorry, I can't. Dude, my body's failing because I can't eat.
Runs on saturated fats and oils, and he can't intake them. So
yeah, my body's failing. I feel everything's shutting down.
I'm gonna try. I kind of want some B-dubs this weekend, so I'm gonna get some B-dubs and wave that in front of your face.
There's just nothing I can do yet. I mean, I think I'm getting close, but it's still probably gonna. I would have to guess
just
another
put
week
the
and a half.
wings in a blender.
At least a week and a half is like what I'm guessing right now. Seriously, it's quite,
you got me with that one. But
it's terrible. Like, even getting it done, dude, the shots of Novocaine. No, it wasn't even that bad. Getting it yanked out. I was awake during the whole thing.
Just want to eat.
It's not as bad as not being able to eat what I want. It's terrible.
Don't eat a Dorito.
No, I can't eat anything, dude.
Chomp down and it goes right into the gum.
Dude, exactly. That would be the worst.
Especially with your offer for like burgers and shit, Jeff. Oh my god.
Well, like that's the thing. Is, like, I can eat hamburgers and stuff. It depends on. I can't eat anything like I can eat mildly spicy stuff, but I can't be eating like mango habanero wings or something that would
because you would
my mouth.
Burn the hell out of it.
But like I can eat hot dogs and hamburgers. I just have to be like careful with how I eat them.
You should just take a magnesium stick, just get it over with,
dude. I want it,
but no, this man, Gravemind, is one of the best cooks of all time. Every time he makes something,
I wouldn't say of all time.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Gordon Ramsay hear this.
Even when he like, I'll go over there and he'd be like, "This isn't very good," but here I'm like, "Dude, this is fucking amazing."
I've actually been working on a new recipe for something that I think is going really good.
Don't spoil it.
Save it for wet.
Save it.
Like save it. I would rather you just like unleash it like a
just show up here with it when
just
you're
like what's a shot? Yeah, I would rather. I feel like I would rather that than you tell me and then let him and wait for it. Like just spring it on you.
Oh man.
I'm also dipping into baking.
Baking's fun.
You remember the Pink's Link cookies?
Mm-hmm.
Or that's right, the Link's Pink cookies.
Okay.
The crack cocaine ones that used to be here from that bakery in Elyria.
I
have a recipe.
I don't.
You have a recipe?
I do. Do you remember? Did you go to Elyria High?
No, I did not.
I didn't go to Elyria, but I know what
well, they have these little, it's buttercream cookies with pink frosting on them. And we had a mom and pop's home bakery here in town, I don't know, 20 years ago. And they did excessively well, to the point where I have ADHD. And I was not taking my medicine. And my grandmother managed to just like, hey, every week we're going to church one way or another. But if you sit down, you don't stir. If you don't make noise, you will get a pink cookie after church. And they were good enough
at the end of the game.
So basically, you fix the ADHD problem with pink cookies.
Yes, and that is why
your inner like fat assness was like,
I can attest.
I'll do this for a cookie.
I can attest.
Oh yeah.
I'll do that.
As a person who loves to eat and also has ADHD, food is one hell of a point that you can make.
It's a good distractor because you can.
Look, if you shut
food.
the fuck up, if you can shut the fuck up and stay still for an hour, I will get you food. And we're like, deal.
Bet your sweet ass.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I guess it was never that big of a deal for me because I've been at the point for so long where I'm just like, if I want, I'm just going to get it myself then. It's like,
when I was your weight level, I would like do the worm underneath chairs in offices at school.
That's messed up.
I've never not
do that.
I've never not been at my weight level.
My weight
that's why
became a control device.
I think that's why it doesn't bother me.
So let's hop over to gaming real quick. Jeff, have you fought Kolve Tavor? That is
Kolve
Taroth.
I did not fight him yet. I was listening to broadcast about it, and I was watching stuff about it. He looks like a giant gold-plated Ludroth.
He is cool. It is one of
We're talking about Monster Hunter World,
if not the coolest fights in the game so far. Really cool fight. Really cool.
People are actually really upset that the final battle, like the Nergigante fight and the Xeno'jiiva fight, was not more like this.
Seriously, yeah, Xeno'jiiva was pretty underwhelming.
Xeno'jiiva is a giant damage sponge, and he doesn't behave like any other monster. So you basically, you have to focus on what you do and what you do well, and you have to have your evasion down pretty good. As far as this guy goes, because he acts like okay, did you guys play Tri or did you play any of the earlier games?
No, I played a little bit of the PSP one. That's about it.
Tri was actually the one that I had started with.
So I cannot even come close to call. I'm a Monster Hunter veteran. I played the PSP version.
I played the PS2 version. I played Tri for the Wii. I got into a couple of the handhelds, but I didn't get into Cross Unite where they turn it to Super Power Ranger.
I've thought about getting the one for the 3DS, but it's still $40
because it's a good game.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Well, no, and I get that most Nintendo titles, when they're that good, stay at full price.
Won't ever go down.
But it's just like money.
But this monster that everyone's talking about, it looks and feels to me like a giant gold-plated Ludroth, which a Ludroth is basically a water iguana with a big sponge around its neck.
Weird.
And it usually travels in a pack of harem. So the royal Ludroth is a male. The regular Ludroth are female. They follow it around, whatever, But it's a gold-plated Ludroth with Nergigante.
Have you seen the mechanics of this fight yet?
I haven't seen the mechanics. I've seen video of a hammer dude breaking off big chunks of gold from its tail and stuff.
Do you know that it's technically a 16-man fight?
Yes, I know that. I think that it's really interesting.
The way that that's worded, I feel like it's a little misleading.
It is.
Because it's 16 people can partake, but
it's not actually 16 people. You're in your own instance. You're fighting the same monster in different instances. So you can't see the other.
It's not even
15
that.
people.
It's not even that.
Playing with a group of 4.
It's not even that. That's not. It's like the lobby. Whatever online session you're in has one siege. Okay. Now, me and David 2-manned it.
Mm-hmm.
So the way it works is that pursuit level is how susceptible the monster is to attacks. So the higher your pursuit level, the longer time they give you to fight it before he leaves, and the easier his parts are to break. So, you don't have to have people fighting him at the same time. So, there could be a lobby of 16 people, but it could just be me and one other person. Just you go in, fight him, get the pursuit level up, go in again, fight him. He's easier. Go in again, fight him. A little bit easier. You don't have to have, it's and it could even work like that. It could be all 3 of us fighting it. We dip out, stay in that session for a little bit, but do something else. And then another team can go in, weaken it up a little bit more, get the pursuit level higher, and then we could jump in again, and it'll be at whatever they got it to, and you work on it like that. It's a weird, it's a 16-man raid, but it's because all 16 people in the lobby can take part in it.
There's more mechanics to it, too, where let's say Team A goes in, and they weaken a monster. Team B goes in, and they break a chunk off. Team B gets a prime reward for that.
Yes. And
Team A will get a lesser reward.
Yes, until you do the same thing they did, and then you will also get the full reward as well.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That is precisely how it works.
I almost wish...
If you can't do what they did, you still get a reward. but not as much,
I almost wish it was like a full raid where like you could straight
I
up
do
see
too.
the other 16,
I do too.
other 15 people,
I think that would be cool.
And you're all fighting the same thing.
Like, I'm glad you don't need 16 people to do it, but I think it would be cool if it was a 16.
I think it's
engine-wise, I
interesting
don't think it can
Capcom
handle
missed
it. That's
that.
probably why they didn't do
That's,
that.
yeah.
It can handle a lot. I mean, honestly, the full working ecosystem, if you wander around, the rest of the map is functioning as a simulation.
Probably why the engine can't handle 15 other people in the same world all at once. Either way, it would probably cause issues. Although it would be really cool to like fight this big ass monster with 15 other people in your game, and you're all just wailing on this thing.
Could you imagine how many people would be like just throwing each other around though? Like, like hammer users going flying with switch X users throwing them in the air. Insect glaive people.
I mean, the fight is super cool. Like,
it'd be badass either way. That'd be hilarious.
Like,
imagine,
David
like,
did.
Insect glaives just all over.
Like, between just me and David, we didn't even get him to the highest pursuit level before we beat him. We had another level that would have given us more time and more part damage on him, and we didn't even have to get that high. And we did every like objective except for one. I don't know which one we were missing. It wasn't a big one, but we were missing one that we just couldn't do whatever it wanted us to do. So we got like 99% of the objectives done and just couldn't nail this last one.
Can you actually kill the monster and carve it?
No.
Okay, so it's an elder dragon.
Pieces that you can carve, like pieces will pop off that you can carve.
Yeah, you have to like
kill the monster, quote unquote, by breaking its horns.
Yeah, that's the goal. Is you need to break the horns. So
but
first,
there's like mutant weapons and shit though. So
first, you need to break the gold casing off the horns. That's like hard part one is breaking the gold casing because like he's like solid gold. So like there's like no crit spots on him except for like his legs. So you're just not gonna do shit. You gotta like drop boulders on him. When you get to another area, he starts to get like enraged, and the gold starts to get soft, and he'll like be real shiny like gold. He's a giant crit spot at this point in time. So wail on him as hard as you can because he's just one giant crit spot. And that's when you start breaking off like chunks of the tail, this and everything, and that's when you're probably going to get the best chance to break off the horn casing. And then the real fight starts.
Because then this giant fucking monster, this thing that's lumbering around, not really giving a shit about you for the most part, then he gets fast.
I mean, he was covered in gold and you beat it off him.
Yeah, he was covered in gold.
Gold is heavy.
Because he gets... Dude, the final showdown room, that's where me and David were getting our asses kicked. This is the final showdown, because he... Nergigante on steroids is the only way I can picture this.
Is there a feint limit?
There's three feints. Three feints.
Same thing as everything else?
3 feints.
And what, you just, like, the main thing is just to go through the 60-minute time limit?
Dude, seriously, not even his final showdown. Even before his final showdown, he's scary.
Yeah, no,
because I was running around him. I was on a wedge beetle. I'm swinging around up above him, and he one shots me out of nowhere near him.
Yeah, that wasn't even you were on when that happened to you. That was phase 2 of 4. 3, he's even worse. 4 is the final showdown. So he got one-shotted in phase 2
out of nowhere near him, out of midair.
Is he a fire element or is he dragon?
Yes, he's fire.
Fire for sure. Yeah, he got destroyed in phase 2. Phase 3, he's even more dangerous, and the area is much harder to fight him in. The final showdown area is easier but harder because you're in a smaller room and you have to break his horn. That's the goal, and you almost don't have a way to hit his horns. There's
what
a
about
pillar.
Bowgun?
I mean, you could try it. It does like 1 damage. David was trying it. There's a pillar. There is a single pillar in the center of the room that you can run up and jump off of it and hit him. Now, he's so fast. He's got like Nergigante speed.
Oh man, that's scary.
And you gotta break those horns, dude. You gotta get him. And he just like blows these giant puddles of like molten gold on the ground that if you're in like an animation, like if you were like in a reload animation or something and that puddle is on you, you're done. You're dead. You're absolutely wiped. Because I mean, your health would just be like...
Just wait until they have like a tempered version of this shit. Dude, a tempered version of this is going to be like...
Dude, I got a bunch of weapons though. Me and David beat it.
Top difficulty.
Me and David beat it, and we each got like 7 or 8 of these like special weapons. They're all gold plated and crazy looking. I'll have to show you the Switch X that I got. Ooh, it's a gold plated Switch X. It is disgusting looking. It is.
Yeah, but they're all they are randomized to a point. The weapons that he drops. Yeah. And they have like weird stats, and it adds like technically speaking 129 weapons to the game
for just rarity. 8.
This is, another thing. Like Capcom has really hit this game
really
well.
Capcom, I'm not used to this. Stop giving me free stuff. Make me pay for it. I don't know what to do.
No.
Dude, they hit a home run with this one for sure.
They're gonna. I bet you anything. The first DLC you have to pay for will be a new map because they don't have any like short zone.
I don't see them making us pay for anything of this scale. I think anything like a new zone would probably be
and I would be more than willing.
And I'd be more than happy to
with the success of this game and the shit they've been giving us. This game has more than earned more money from me.
There are enemies I miss fighting too from the older games. I'm just like, wait, like please put this in.
Yeah, you never know. you never know. I mean, but you gotta remember, if Devil Joe was the first thing that they were willing to add to this game, like the first thing that they're like, hey,
they're focusing on their core monsters for sure, like the big nasty end game stuff. Because what I feel like they're doing is because the way Xeno'jiiva was, in my opinion, a little disappointing because it's basically just a giant bullet sponge.
Yeah, it was
get out of the way.
Especially for how long it takes.
I feel like their version of I think
sack of hit points.
I think realistically, Xeno'jiiva is like early mid game, and their end game is going to be DLC monsters to keep people busy.
No, I believe that.
It's just fine.
Oh yeah, no,
I think
good business.
This game is amazing as it launched. A year from now, this game is gonna be fucking phenomenal for people who just jump in. Like imagine a year from now, imagine the end game people are gonna have if they finally get it then.
I was lucky enough. We broke off that horn casing on the one, and I got it's not a gem, it's a glimstone. Is what you need from. Yeah, you need a glimstone. I was lucky enough to get it out of the first one.
Kind of sad it's not a glamstone.
You go in with two people, can you take your palicos?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah,
we didn't. I honestly, after we got to the fifth try of it, didn't really seem that bad. I mean, you got to be careful because he's got that one shot potential like crazy, but I'm more than willing to do it again today. Like I'm gonna do it when I get home later. I plan on doing it again.
I'll probably be doing it here at around 4:00 because Brandon will get there. And
it was just a good fun fight, dude. And the thing is the first time you go in, it's a 50-minute timer on it. You're not gonna be there 50 minutes. He'll leave around 15 the first time, then maybe 20. Then maybe 25. So all in all, you're gonna dump maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're really having a hard time with it. But eventually you will beat it.
I'm taking a hammer, so we'll be. That's
what I did.
I would also like to see Capcom add new stuff to the franchise, like they're like a flash pod for the tip of the bow gun where it can fire a shell off.
Badass. Yeah,
I would love to see more slinger type equipment.
I would love to see new weapon types if they can come up with them. I would love to see all kinds of new stuff. There's a lot that they can do with this game, being how popular.
Well, now with this, they've introduced more of the layered armor now that you can craft.
I saw that.
So I mean, that opens up a whole new, book of transmogging armor. You can do all kinds of crazy shit now.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a whole different thing. Would I craft an entire another set of something just to have it as an appearance thing? Fuck yeah, absolutely. Because I want a set that's good stat wise. But sometimes,
sometimes they look funky.
Yeah, they look funky.
Sometimes they look goofy as hell.
Would I craft an entire another set, materials and all, just to look cool? You're damn right I would in this game. Have you seen the new armor set?
It's like
it's golden.
It's crazy looking.
Fuck, it looks so
good.
It's
like a samurai with
I don't even care that it's not good. I mean, it's actually not that bad of a set. I just want to look like a badass.
Have you seen the new layered set?
The Bushido thing?
Yeah, it's like a samurai, and you got these giant spiky horns on your head.
It's pretty cool.
And then they have a weathered version where it looks like you got the shit beat out of you.
Oh,
I got the Mega Man from my Palico.
I did too. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. But it's a shame the blaster isn't.
I'm kind of sad that
it's not a better weapon. It's a garbage weapon, and you can't change the color on it, which is I think how
you can change the color on the armor.
On the armor, yeah, but the blaster stays blue. No,
lame. In other gaming news. You're not gonna care about this as much, Gravemind, but Solar, did you see the rumors for Black Ops 4?
About the no campaign battle royale?
Yes, but that's a different rumor. This is something I'm talking about. It's not really a positive note.
That wasn't a rumor.
Not a positive note.
so far we're more or less confirmed. It's not officially confirmed that there will be a battle royale, but Raven, the offshoot Call of Duty developer, so they're gonna make a battle royale, and it's all gonna be Raven's thing. It's gonna be Raven's thing, and it's not gonna they're not gonna release a new battle royale every year like they do in Call of Duty. Raven's going to add to that battle royale every year for whatever theme that Call of Duty is gonna do.
Okay.
That is from what it looks like. It's gonna be, you're gonna buy Black Ops 4. You're gonna get a download code for the Call of Duty Battle Royale. It's just gonna be called Call of Duty Battle Royale or something along those lines, and it's gonna be its own separate thing. It's gonna probably have microtransactions like all the other battle royales have, right? But it's not gonna technically be part of Black Ops 4 in the sense that it's like, oh, Black Ops 4 Battle Royale. No, the bad thing about Black Ops 4 is apparently they were trying to make it even more hero shooter. People are speculating it's going to be a lot like an Overwatch style game, which people I don't think are going to be happy about.
I don't think I would be happy about that.
No, it's definitely people
that,
are not
that genre is
just
kind of
it's saturated and it's done. It's over. If you're not playing Overwatch, you're playing Paladins because it's free.
Yeah, and that's really kind of all you need. You don't really need another one.
If I could chime in here for a second, I think an Overwatch movie would be great.
No. Blizzard needs to start making more of their animated shorts.
Oh, or
Seriously.
Just make a full-length movie.
They need to make more animated shorts, make a full-length movie, give fucking Overwatch a campaign, because the characters are great.
Oh, yeah. I cried. I legit cried on the Reinhardt one.
You cried on the Reinhardt? Did you watch the May one?
Yeah, that was
some feels too.
Man, you know what struck me about it was the fact that like they come across as having a Disney like theme like feel to it,
but the game is
where it's
dark
innocent.
as fuck.
Yeah, and then it's like all those people are all frozen to death. Oh wow,
the game, the theme of it seems like this Disney cartoony, bubbly kind of game, but
then you realize
overall
how many people they're
really
killing.
Fucking dark,
like the Bastion units.
But yeah, no, that's the rumors around the Call of Duty, which. I see what they're trying to do, but I think they're too late on the thing. Hopefully it's not bad. I mean, if it's anything like Black Ops 3, it's still going to be good. But hopefully it's more like Black Ops 2, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All of their games are really, really solid. They've got a foundation.
Treyarch?
Yeah.
Treyarch's always had solid games.
Early they didn't.
Treyarch didn't do anything.
They had to get their feet wet a little bit, but
Treyarch's first game was World of War.
It would be interesting to see them do something else, though, because I feel like their studio, like it feels like they're burned out, so they don't have really good ideas when they're going into these new games.
Well, they were going all out with this campaign. This campaign was apparently scrapped. From what we've heard, was apparently scrapped. There's gonna be all kinds of shit. Where it's gonna take place 200 years after Black Ops 3's campaign take place, after some kind of meteor. And it's like fucking post-apocalyptic Earth, and you've got these neural like things that Black Ops 3 had, right? Where you had like these neural interfaces, and people were using those to relive memories from back in like the Black Ops 3 time. And it's just this crazy, like, holy shit campaign.
I think I see why they didn't do that, because they just made a movie they called Ready Player One.
This crazy holy shit campaign that
anybody
they were doing.
who's ever been to Columbus, Ohio, would know that is a post-apocalyptic shithole.
From what from what we've heard, I guess Activision was like, "Yeah, you got to change it or scrap it."
Yeah, that's a good move.
So Treyarch had to scrap it. I guess they're putting more time into zombies, which is good. I guess also from leaks for zombies, we're gonna get like a Mob of the Dead remake, which I don't know if either of you guys know what that is, but one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 2. And some zombie map in London with the transit crew.
Was the Mob of the Dead, is that the prison?
That's the Alcatraz map.
Yeah, I played that with you. That was great.
Cool map. It's one of my favorite maps in Black Ops.
And I'm not a fan of the Call of Duty zombie stuff, but when I played
it, I had a lot of fun. Badass. But yeah, no, that's. I hope Black Ops 4 is good. I'm probably gonna buy it just because I know Treyarch always makes good games. But
I would like to see Doom 2 sometime soon. That'd be great.
I'm sure they're working on it.
They need to make it a more expansive Doom thing too. Like,
yeah, Doom 1 was like really not Doom 1. The Doom remake here that we recently saw
Doom
was
4.
good. It was really good, and like the snap map had so much potential, but it just fell a little short. Mainly, like, the biggest thing I think that killed that was, like, connectivity issues. Because, like, switching from the campaign to the multiplayer, the game would have to, like, reload itself. Like, the whole game would have to reload itself every time. And it took 4 or 5 minutes sometimes for it to load. And that's really kind of irritating. And then you would, like, try and play with a friend on these, community-made maps. And 9 times out of 10, you would just get errors nonstop. And it was just a big, like, mess. And I think people were just like, yeah, fuck it.
I've come to realize that I fucking hate arena shooters. Because there's a handful of like free to play on Steam. There's a handful of like free to play. Oh, this game harkens back to a time back in like Unreal Tournament and shit like that. And oh my, I fucking hate it. I hate Quake.
It's what?
I hate it. One, I fucking hate rocket launchers, and every fucking one has rocket launchers.
He didn't grow up with the time of like the really early games like that. He didn't get started until later.
Like I like the movement. I like the bunny hopping where you get moving stupid fast and you can fly around the map and shit. It's just me running around. I'm shooting people with like a shotgun or something. Fucking rocket launcher to the back of the head. Fuck rocket launchers. Get rocket launchers out of every fucking game. I hate them.
I heavily disagree because I'm a huge explosives lover. Grenade
launchers are fine. Rockets, no.
Well, here's the deal. If you see a rocket coming, you can get out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, you can realistically, like, the amount of time it takes to reload a rocket launcher, the amount of time it takes to, the ammo capacity. It's like, either get good, scrub, or start complaining about the rockets.
Get good? What do you mean get good?
Get good. See it coming, hear it coming.
This is the same thing with my complaints with rockets in Fortnite. Because I'll be chasing this guy. I'll be building around him with a shotgun, trying to kill him, and he goes, oh shit, I'm losing. Rocket to the floor. Go fuck yourself.
I think there should be more. I think, like, there should be explosives you can use and just, like,
stupid. I hate it. I hate rockets.
Remember the whole thing we were talking about when, like, Borderlands, apparently Microsoft had marketing rights
to it?
Yeah, that's... someone directly asked Randy Pitchford if the rumors are true, and he responded literally quote for quote, I have absolutely no idea of that. So, if Randy Pitchford doesn't know about it, I would have to say that might not be exactly
That's still up in the air. We don't know if he can't talk about it or not.
He said he was like, I have no idea.
Microsoft is the killer of IPs. I really hope they don't get their claws into Borderlands 3.
It's not gonna be a Borderlands.
It's just marketing exclusive. So like anytime you would see a commercial on TV, it'd be like Borderlands 3, blah blah blah, play on Xbox. Like that's all it would be.
It'd be okay. Well, even if it came out as an exclusive, like for a little bit.
No, it's not gonna be a timed exclusive. There's too much money on all systems.
There's a lot. I mean, what are you guys hoping for with Borderlands 3, by the way?
I'm just hoping something big.
I want it to be
enormous. Awesome. I don't mind waiting this long for the game to be fucking enormous. Just tell me a little bit. Give me a little tease. I just want to see things, okay?
They should at least show like the new classes, new characters.
They need to take the Bungie.
All they showed was like an engine build of.
They need to take the Bungie approach and like just drop us little nuggets of info,
like vidocs.
Yeah. Drop us little bits of info as the game as it progresses.
Yeah, we don't have any info about the game itself. We know proof that they're making it, like it's confirmed, but we know nothing about anything.
And that leak that happened a while ago is more than likely fake.
I think they would have learned their lesson from Bungie though, because Bungie started doing the vidoc stuff for Destiny, and you see how
Destiny gets hyped nonstop because of the way they market it, and they need to do that.
I mean, if the game is good.
Well,
Destiny 2 sucked.
Okay, so yesterday and today there's a Destiny Summit with a whole bunch of Destiny content creators, both on Twitch, YouTube, podcasters,
all the big players, all the big.
Yesterday they apparently had a 7-hour session of things they're gonna fix. Things they're gonna fix in September. All randomized weapons. I'm quoting what is being said on there, so we don't actually know any of this. But like Miss 5000 watts, huge PvP player. She said randomized weapons and new weapon slot changes are going to be big.
I think it's too little too late for Destiny 2. I think Destiny 2 was...
think so.
Here's my opinion. I think Destiny 2 was a holdover. I think they were like, guys, Destiny 3 is going to be so huge. We have to get this right, but we need to keep them busy on eating on something just till we get there. I think Destiny 2 sucks.
We know exactly why Destiny 2 sucks. We know why.
I'm just saying, I think Destiny 2 will continue to suck. I don't think they're going to be able to roll out the amount of content that Destiny players need, and I think Destiny 3 is going to hit, and I think it's going to blow it out of the water. I think it's going to be great.
I firmly believe, first of all, this new DLC that's coming out next. Did you get the season pass?
Yeah, and I won't even be playing it.
Try it. Try it. You want to know why? I'm telling you to try the Warmind DLC. One, because it's about Warmind and Rasputin.
And I love the idea.
Like yeah. And two, Vicarious Visions has been working on this one DLC for over a year. 3, they have messed with the leveling system, forcing you to play all kinds of content to get the max level. They literally said in the This Week at Bungie that if you don't play all the content or a variety of content, if you don't play strikes, public events, raids, and the end game stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You're not going to make it to max light before the next DLC drops.
That would be a good thing if their raid was actually good.
Well, the raid's not good, but the raid layers are good. The raid is frustrating. The raid layers are apparently great.
The raid, oh my god, I cannot get behind the Leviathan raid.
No, that being said, I think Warmind's going to be good. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good. And I think the September thing, which is going to be another comment DLC, which is going to be another paid thing. And this is Bungie's last chance from me. Bungie's last chance.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I don't think I can drop $30 or $40.
I will buy this comment DLC. I will buy this Taken King style thing that you're making for this game. But if it's bad, I'm never buying another Bungie game ever again.
You say that, but then Destiny 3 comes out and it blows it out of the water. That's what I'm thinking. If they can't save your money. Don't spend your money on this DLC coming up. Let them sing.
If they can't fix Destiny 2, there's no reason for Destiny fans to buy Destiny 3.
It feels like a different team worked on Destiny 2 than Destiny 1. Like it was
the team that worked on Destiny 1's ending worked on Destiny 2. But here's what the problem was. The reason Destiny 2 fell flat is Destiny 2 started development a year after Destiny 1 came out.
Yeah, so
all the complaints you had about Destiny 1 are fixed in Destiny 2. But all that shit we got 2 years after Destiny 1 launched, or the 2 years before Destiny 2 launched, weren't part of the development cycle.
It didn't trickle down properly. Instead of waiting 5 years to bring out another one, they were trying to get them out once every couple of years.
All that cool stuff from Destiny Year 2 and 3 didn't make it to Destiny 2 because Destiny 2 wasn't being developed.
Have you seen what they've done with the exotics, though?
Yes.
I love Skyburners like that.
Skyburners looks cool as fuck. Have you seen those Graviton lands?
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, have you seen the Rat Pack?
Rat King looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, I would use it now.
That thing looks great.
I sincerely think that Warmind's going to be good, and I sincerely think that this September DLC is going to be another Taken King moment, where it's going to be like, okay, well, the game's okay right now, and then Taken King fucking blew it out of the water.
It's going to have to be, because this Warmind thing, I think it's going to bring me back. I'm going to play it for a little bit, and I'm going to get tired of it. That's what I'm worried about.
Because I want to play your game. Destiny is fun.
I want to play it. I want to play your game
so much.
It's a solid shooter.
Like, okay, so this Warmind thing, is it adding a full-blown raid or no?
No, it's adding a raid layer.
Okay, then I'm not interested. Don't care.
Why?
It's a raid layer. It's going to give me this little piece.
Because you used to get...
It's going to be the same length as Crota.
Again, I think that Destiny 2 is literally just a holdover. That's why there's only one raid. That's why there's only going to be one raid until this new stuff comes out. And it won't be Warmind.
Neither you guys understand the
logistics of I don't care about the logistics of it. Destiny 1 had raids that I could play for fun.
Yeah, Destiny 1's raids were the same length. House of Wolves?
It doesn't matter if they're the same length. At least they were playable. This original raid is not enjoyable, so I don't want to play it. So that whole thing, null and void. Not interested.
Not interested. Fuck the regular raid. Play the raid layers.
Yeah, but if that's all I get to play, what if I want to play them? I like going back and doing Vault of Glass. It was fun powering through it. I don't want to go back to Leviathan Raid.
Yeah, you would play
that. Don't play the Leviathan Raid. They're making the raid layers.
I want to. I don't want the one little thing.
Crota's End. You remember playing Crota's End?
The
raid layers are just as long as Crota's End because Crota's End was a shit raid.
Which is fine, but
and then House of Wolves didn't even have a raid.
I wanted to be able to enjoy everything, and the Leviathan Raid just blows. And like, ugh.
The context behind it isn't good either. Like in the other raids, it was like, if you don't do this, civilization will end. If Leviathan Raid, it's like, I would like to give you things. Come and work for me. Prove yourself. No, that's not necessary.
They're not going to give us full raids. They've literally said that they're not going to give us full raids every DLC.
And that's fine for them. That's a decision they can make. Destiny 3 needs to have a new raid.
They literally can't do it.
Every drop.
With the DLC, the way it's going to drop, they cannot drop a new raid every single DLC.
I don't see why they can't justify it. They have
It's
how
not
many
that they can't
thousands of
justify
people
it.
working for them?
They can't do it. They don't have the resources for it. Yeah, they made a quote-unquote raid every single DLC in the last one. Crota's End is shorter than the raid lair from the last DLC. You can't solo this raid lair. You could solo fucking Crota's End.
Which I think is fine.
I don't. I think any raid content
I don't have an issue with that at all. It should be hard as fuck, but I think if you can pull it off, go for it.
If it's a raid, you have to have 6 players. There's no way you should be able to solo any raid content. That's not what it's designed to be.
Not designed to be, but if you can do it, shit.
You shouldn't be able to do it at all. That's why the raid is set up the way it is. That's why the Callous raid is set up the way it is.
Yeah, that's why it's equally as frustrating because you can't save
it's
it.
equally
One person
as frustrating because the people we're playing with were lackluster.
So one person fucks up, wipe, restart, and just over and over and over. God, bashing your head against the wall. I have no desire to ever go back into it.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, even with this, like, I have the season pass, I have the Warmind content, and I love the idea behind the Warminds. I think they're really cool. I think that I will absolutely not even bother to install it. I'm getting ready to delete it.
Trailers in a week, and you're gonna be like,
I'm just worried that it's just gonna run dry. Like, I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be cool stuff. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's fun, and then I'm gonna run out.
Well, yeah, you're gonna run out. They're not planning on adding a ridiculous amount. They're trying to hold us over with this DLC till September. And they're saying that there's stuff going to happen in the summer. Yeah, I mean, so it's going to be this DLC.
Because that alone isn't going to hold over.
It's going to be this DLC. We'll probably get something in June, July, and then September we'll get the Comet DLC.
I don't think anybody could have ever expected how fast people were eating through the Destiny content.
I think they were... Well, I don't think. I know for a fact that Bungie wasn't paying attention to what we were doing. They were paying attention to what we were complaining about. There was a disconnect there where Bungie's like, hey, everyone's complaining that they can't get these weapons and the god rolls are all this blah, 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 blah. Let's fix it so you can't get god rolls and there's less grind. And that's what happened to Destiny 2. They were listening to what we were complaining about and not paying attention that, yeah, we were complaining,
but we were still
doing it nonstop over and over and over again.
Because we wanted it.
There's stuff that they didn't put in either that would have been really enjoyable. Like an active weather system that wasn't just every time you load, and you have an option for it, like real live weather service. The world doesn't feel as fulfilled as they were talking about it, because they were talking about, like, oh, you're going to find these settlements out in the field, you're going to be able to help them out, blah blah. That never happened. That was never a thing.
This game's also running in a slightly improved engine of Destiny 1.
Like
you said, how Destiny 3 is going to be fantastic.
I think Destiny 3 will be 100% better than Destiny 2.
When they go to reveal Destiny 3, Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy don't go, hey, we pulled out all the stops for this one. We reworked the way the open world is going to be, and it's going to be a true open world game. There's no point in buying.
They're going to have to.
They literally have to.
They have to nail it. They have to nail Destiny 3.
I know Warmind and this Comet thing is going to bring people back, but if they disappoint with Destiny 3, they're going to get eaten up by things like Anthem and The Division 2 and Borderlands 3. It's not going to survive.
I think Anthem is going to be a shit show.
I don't even think it's going to be Destiny 3 that has to do it. I think they have to nail it with the DLC.
Yeah. I think,
whatever this big DLC is going to drop, they need to literally
Warmind's going to be really good. I think Warmind's going to be really good. I hope that the September update, the September DLC, is fucking phenomenal. It needs to be another Taken King moment.
They need to literally blow my mind for me to drop any more money on it. That's why I'm waiting. I'm not going to buy it right away. I'm going to see what kind of content we're talking about for me to drop another $30-$40, because I'll be in $140 at that point for a game that I played very little. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I've gotten how many hundreds of hours on a Monster Hunter, and all I've spent is 60, and I'm double in Destiny, and I have probably a quarter of that, maybe.
You were saying about Anthem?
I think Anthem, like, with the microtransactions...
They've already addressed that.
Hold on. Let me just say what I'm going to say. with the way that microtransactions went down in Battlefront 2, I think Anthem was going to be their flagship microtransaction game. They were going to just roll it out heavy. And I think the reason why they were like, oh, well, this wasn't a realistic launch date to begin with. We weren't really going to break it out then. Okay, you are a professional studio. You came out and said, we're coming out with this year. Oh, that wasn't a realistic goal. They are retooling that game. They are going to take out the bulk of the microtransactions for what they were working on. But I think that, like other games that try to do that like half-assed last minute, they have a real chance to screw up the entire engine. Where you will be able to see how much they carved out of the game as it was being developed, and then they'll screw it up. It'll be awful. Nobody will want to play it. Or for me, it's like 50-50 here because they have the time, they have the manpower, they definitely have the money. I don't want to ever hear somebody say EA is struggling to make something. They have the money. They could carve out all those microtransactions, fill it back up with content, and really hit home with the consumers, and they'll be like, yes, we will buy EA products again. We will come in. We really want to be a part of this. With Andromeda, like I bought Andromeda. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. I bought Andromeda to see how bad it was going to be because I heard about everything beforehand. I knew it was a bad game before I picked it up. But as a hardcore fan of the series, I was like, they can't do this to me. I have to see what it's like. And I got into it, and I'm like, okay, well, at least they're going to be bringing in the Quarians, and they're going to be bringing in the DLC. And they're like, no, we're no DLC for that. But we'll keep up with the card packs for multiplayer, which is hard mode, and it's garbage.
Well, that's not their decision. BioWare's decision to stop development on DLC was a business decision on their part. The reason they're keeping the multiplayer and the card packs open, that is EA themselves.
I truly believe they had No Man's Syndrome, where the studio was so badly badgered about the content that they launched with Andromeda, because I don't think that they...
I think that they made a smart decision.
They were really behind their product.
The game was failing. The metrics were low as hell, so fuck it. Cut the losses. We're working on this now.
Or you could
the only reason
you could be classy. You could be classy like No Man's Sky and keep working on the game for free, by the way. They're not making any money on that.
There's no money. Exactly. There's no money in it. EA wouldn't let them.
And that's why EA is the number one most hated company in America, like 4 years running.
Everybody hates EA. EA's got such a bad rap.
EA and BioWare have already stated that they are no longer doing the loot box system anymore.
Well, I mean,
certain games. They're not just walking away from it.
They're walking away from loot boxes.
The whole bubble was burst. Like, the whole bubble was burst. Like, the whole, like, it kind of, like, reached its critical mass with Battlefront 2.
And then it imploded on itself.
Yeah, and it just exploded. Like, the whole bubble has now burst. And that's why we're seeing less and less of this kind of shit, because it's like people are finally fed up and sick of it. And it blew up in EA's face.
There's nothing, like, the business approach they were taking with microtransaction, that is nothing new. Advertisement companies literally bring in psychologists who find the best way they can to get you to buy something for as little cost properly as you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, they literally came out and stated that they're not doing loot boxes anymore in their future games. Anthem's not going to have loot boxes. It's going to have microtransactions. Because let's face it, this is a hard pill you're just going to have to swallow. Microtransactions aren't going anywhere.
No, yeah, they know they're taking advantage of people. They want to be able to. And the trade-off here is that you think that you'd be able to look at people and say, hey, you could be responsible with these microtransactions. If you want just that one outfit for that character, that'd be fine. It's only $2. But then you get people who are mentally not able to handle that. And we live in a society now. Like, when I was growing up, it was you are 100% responsible for everything you do. If you picked up a gun and you shot somebody, no one blamed the gun. Now everybody blames the gun. 100% wasn't that person's fault. He had mental illness. The gun did it. And that's what they got caught up in here, is that the microtransactions were looked at as the smoking gun, and they're just like, people were like, oh, well, they're harping on these mentally deficient people. They're harping on these people that they can't help themselves, these whales that are just, I mean,
microtransactions have existed.
Microtransactions for years. They've existed since the inception of, like, mobile gaming.
So. Yeah, and it got big with the early MMOs and stuff. And it would be fine if the content is worth what you're paying for, but a lot of times it's not.
And no, it's not. Absolutely. And this is what they're changing. Like, loot boxes, not worth it because it's a gamble. And it was gambling. I never said it wasn't gambling. But in the sense that people are taking it to be, it's they need to. They're stopping with with the loot boxes, and I think most games are going to move away from that. And if they are not going to move away from it, they're going to offer a alternative system with the loot boxes that allows you to get what you want instantly.
What they should do is if you're going to have a microtransaction, if you're going to put it in the system, and there's nothing wrong with having them in there if it's done right. If something is $3, give it $3 beef. For $4, I can get a cheeseburger. At least match up to that quality. Like, hey, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to eat this thing. This is going to be fantastic. Here's a $5 skin that does nothing. There's no it's just cosmetic. Okay. No, if I spend $5, I want something that does something.
No, I'm okay with skins. If a skin's $5, okay. Is that skin a badass skin? Not really. Okay, and I'm not spending. Don't make the fucking bullshit skins $5.
Yeah, it's a little pricey for it.
But if you're gonna make it,
price things accurately too.
But if you're gonna make a skin, and this is a fucking badass skin, okay, I'll pay $5. Think about Fortnite. Okay, so Fortnite's coolest skins are $20.
I feel like that's awful. I feel like that's pretty ridiculous.
That's super high.
That's awful.
But you can earn that money in game and buy it.
See, that's different now because $20 for a skin is ridiculous.
And that there.
But I don't have to pay $20,
you don't have to pay $20 outright. You could be playing the game normally, and so it's like 20,000 V-Bucks, right? 2,000 V-Bucks. That's 20 bucks. You could have 1,500 V-Bucks sitting in your bank because you've been playing the game a bunch. So okay, that's only $5. Or you've been playing the game a bunch, you have 2,000, you have 2,500 sitting there. Buy the skin, you lost nothing.
I feel like suddenly a story I saw in the news makes more sense now. This kid was playing Fortnite through a tornado, ripping up his town. And he's just like, I'm right there at that $20 limit. I can't get out of this match.
That's just the addiction factor of Battle Royales themselves, which is why they've caught on so badly.
Yeah.
It's a different take because it's like the 6v6 Call of Duty style, hero shooter style, 6v6 small map, head-to-head thing was done so much. It's been done for like the last 20 years. And then this Battle Royale thing started off as mods and people enjoyed it. Then Player Unknown, Brandon Green, throws out Battlegrounds. And it's a new take on PvP that is different from the 6v6. And it pits you up against 99 other people in a more survival skill-based situation. And just like when you're playing Call of Duty or something and going on a ridiculous tear and almost getting a nuke or something, there's that addiction factor. There's that, you got super close. You've gotten this far, you can do it again. Or you've gotten it once, you can do it again. That addiction of like, I was so close, and I can do this kind of thing. There's a lot of skill expression that you can have in a game like that. What?
Second place. First loser.
What?
Fortnite. I think that's what they do to drive
Fortnite gets my blood boiling faster than any other game in history that I've played.
You rage quit?
Yeah. No, he gets fucking...
Like, I find that game 90% frustrating, 10% fun.
Fortnite, I have never seen him get so salty at a game so quickly. Ever.
It's because it's from somebody. What was that horror game you played? Outlast.
No. Which one?
Meanwhile, I'm not bad at Fortnite. I'm not bad at it either. But I'm just impatient, and I end up getting myself.
Like I'm not bad at. I do well. If I'm not getting screwed by a shotgun. But
that being said, Fortnite's Epic's recent patches
it's one of the most frustrating experiences I've ever had.
It seems to have that perfect balance between skill and luck. Like a crappy player might pick up a rocket launcher and take out a really skilled like you're really good at shooters. Rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest problem with the rocket launcher.
And it's
I don't think
guys,
rocket launchers do anything. But
what I'm saying is like you have to stop getting mad at someone shotgunning you with like the last minute they just whipped out.
It's not me getting mad at someone shotgunning me. It's me shotgunning someone and getting single digit damage.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with some of the weapons. So the shotguns have a cone of accuracy. All the guns have a cone of accuracy, where up until recently they didn't necessarily hit where you pointed them perfectly every time.
Even if it was
a small circle, and they could hit anywhere in there.
Why would they
which made it so you had to be aggressive. You couldn't sit in a corner somewhere and poke someone from a million miles away. You had to be aggressive. You had to make plays. You had to utilize the building factor to leverage your situation. which is what people don't, which is what people preferred, people preferred Fortnite over PUBG, because PUBG was, we're going to sit in a room, I've got a scope, you don't, you lost.
I see.
So, up until recently, they had first shot accuracy, where if you're standing still, you aim down sight, after a certain amount of time, you have perfect accuracy, which fucked with some people for a little while, caused a lot of camping, but has since been not a big of a problem. Shotguns also have this like cone of accuracy where the pellets can hit anywhere in there in any pattern. So sometimes you'll have your fucking circle over top of them, but the game says they all went over here, and you only hit them with one, so you did 6.
You just wasted a whole shell.
Even if I'm 5 feet away from it.
Okay, that needs to be fixed.
They need to do something with shotguns. Shotguns are so inconsistent, it's a fucking meme at this point. Have you seen that one, Scott? Okay, so anyone who doesn't know, Tilted Towers is a location in Fortnite's map that people kind of hate, because it's just a bunch of super tall towers. Everyone drops there. Half the match is killed before the game gets like 3 minutes in. So there's this thing going around where they're gonna like level it. They're gonna turn into a crater with a comet or something that's been in the sky. It's been this huge like thing that's been going on for like weeks now. There's a meme going around where it was like, instead of a comet in the sky, it's a shotgun, and it shoots at Tilted Towers, and there's little 6 pops up.
Oh, no.
That's how much of a joke shotguns are.
Yeah, like it's seriously ridiculous to
but
like
shotguns are the only
shotgun
viable
at you from this range, and it does 1/20th of your health is all it knocks off of you. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
At that point, why would you even bother picking it up?
Shotguns are the only thing viable. Shotguns
have the
range, potential to one-shot you.
That's like what you have to use.
Nothing else
you
does.
try anything else, you'll miss. You try a submachine gun, every bullet will just carve a path around them, you'll miss.
Shotguns have the potential to one-shot, and nothing else does, but just the potential to one-shot.
Yeah, probably like 60% of the time, you're going to hit like less than 20 damage.
And that's what kills me nonstop, is I'll fucking shotgun this guy 3 times in a row. I hit him 3 times, 6, 18. Meanwhile, he shotgunned me once and got 140.
Yep. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That needs fixed. I can't get behind it.
By the way, I heard the trigger word mod, and I immediately jumped to Bethesda on the Creation Club.
What do you mean
Creation
mod?
Club?
Yeah, Creation Club I don't understand. I don't understand what their thought behind that was.
They could have, if with the backlash that they got for bringing up, again, quote unquote, paid mods, they could have blown it out of the water. They have some really good talent working in the mod community. I mean, have you ever just watched like MXR mods?
No.
He does some inappropriate mods, and I really like his channel, because they have like really nice skinned like miniguns, AR-15s. They have all kinds of unique, cool weapons that didn't show up in this Fallout.
Dude, even before like this whole Creation Club thing started, just like the Xbox version, they had the unrestricted mods. Some of those things were cool as fuck. There was like Transformer suits and shit for your guy, and it was cool as hell.
The Aliens construction power loader armor.
Like, it was cool.
Sweet
as
looking.
fuck. I mean, PlayStation couldn't get any of that stuff because
Macho Man Randy Savage Death Claws.
Yeah, I remember that.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Some cool stuff would just show up, and then
then they take the easiest, most
they
attainable things that they can rip out of the mod community, slap a price tag on it.
But they're like, oh, we're not going to do anything that they've already done. And Skyrim just brought out camping. And I'm like, I had a camp mod on my thing that's free, and it's still better than the garbage you just brought out.
Yeah, like all the free mods are still there.
Like I said, I'm done with Bethesda. Bethesda has to absolutely blow my mind. Like, I have to nut in my pants next time I see a Bethesda product for me to want to buy it.
I'm really interested to see what Starfield is. Everyone's talking about, like, oh, there's a leak here, a leak there. There are no leaks. Bethesda has 100%. They've got their ship underwater, and it is tight right now, and no one can get out.
I will put money down.
They did the same thing with Fallout.
Another Sky. It's going to be another Elder Scrolls.
I don't think so. I think it'll be the unveil of a new engine.
It kind of needs to be.
It needs to be, yeah.
It needs to be a new IP.
They knew. Well, not just an IP. They need a new engine. When Fallout 4 rolled out, people were like, Jesus, this isn't that, like, and I'm a hardcore Fallout fan. I have a Nuka-Cola mini fridge at my house.
Yeah, the engine is not leaps
The
and
engine
bounds
was
over
surprising.
like the 3 New Vegas.
Graphically, it's better than New Vegas.
Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
but
physics,
you can fix that
but
with
the
a texture
physics with
pack.
it and all that. It's just nothing. impressive.
Running into the back of a Corvega, that one specific one with the
When it fucking explodes.
no, it's instant kill.
Oh.
You can just done, and you'll just be like, "What just happened? Like, did I get sniped? Was that
I just don't understand how a company like Bethesda can be doing something for so long and still have the same bugs in every single fucking game. Like, you think you'll be able to smooth out fucking legacy bugs. What the fuck, Bethesda?
I mean, when your
I have the same
community will
problem-
do it for you, what's the point?
I had the same... that's a problem. That's what the point is.
At least
I have
they're
the same
open to the
problem
community
with-
helping them,
I
though.
have the same problem with DICE, with the Battlefield games. They always had the same fucking bugs. Every Battlefield game since apparently Battlefield 1942, or not, or no, 2042. 2142, whatever the future one was. Since that one...
That game was poopy, by the way.
Since that one has had this bug where you go to mantle over a fucking wall and you just you do the mantle animation, but you're still on the same side, and you have to spam it like 6 times. Every fucking Battlefield game since then has had that bug, and they don't fix it.
I don't know. I think there are developers that could learn a lesson from Bethesda and work with their community a little bit towards adding content. Like,
No, I think
if
every game should
Destiny
have mod
had
support.
like a mod system where you could just affect your world, like your own like private server version of it, I think that'd be great.
I think they should have a Forge system like that in Halo.
Yeah,
Oh,
That'd be cool as fuck.
fantastic.
But
Destiny could have a Forge.
especially with the what's it called, the
But-
Infinity.
the Infinite Forest.
Infinite
Oh
Forest.
my god, the Infinite
Think
Forest.
about making a
What if
map
it's
for
a
The
Infinite
Infinite
Forest
Forest was
challenge
so
mode for other
disappointing.
people.
Think about the potential of Infinite Forest. The Infinite Forest, had they made it so every door was locked, and they made it like this literal infinite thing where you have essentially this roguelike system where it's got modifiers and enemies that show up into the Infinite Forest, and you can just grind and fight your way through area and over again till you die, and then you get rewards based on how far you got.
That would have been great.
How fucking
need more
cool of an
variation.
endgame system like that. How
Nah.
fucking cool would have that been?
You know what sounds cooler? Point A to point B, no rewards. Better.
A glorified load screen?
Better.
Yeah. The maps alone, like it's built by a bunch of like pre-built blocks that are just
Yeah.
kind of like intertwined a little
It's,
bit.
it's,
and
it's a
like,
tile set.
It's like,
And
guys,
then-
you could have done a better job on this, and you know you did.
yeah, they literally could have made like a roguelike endgame out of that, but they didn't.
I have hit an Infinite Force level where it was literally the exact same block, 4 blocks running.
Yeah.
It was-
Which is going to happen. Like
Well, why?
any randomized system. I've had that happen in Binding of Isaac, and that game has thousands of room sets.
right, but it's
So-
got thousands of tile sets
Yeah.
that you can go to. Like the Bungie, they lack for content. What they should do is pull a Bethesda and let their fans jump in and fix stuff.
The problem with the so the
It's
problem
kind of
with
what
that,
they're already doing.
the problem with that, well, yeah, they're kind of doing
That's
that. The
kinda
problem
what
with that
they're
is
doing now.
they can't introduce mod support into a game like this because it's always online. It's all controlled server sides, so that
Yeah.
would cause.
But that's kind of what they're doing with this
I
big
do
summit.
think,
They're like,
I said,
guys,
I think
tell us what we need to do.
I think a Forge system would be really fucking cool. I think Forge would be an amazing addition. to
anything
Destiny.
where you're gonna let people be able to make stuff. I mean, Far Cry, people make maps, make outposts, make stuff.
But
Cool.
like,
I mean, dude, some of the trippy stuff on Far Cry too, like the arcades are really good. They're
Yeah, there's some
Ubisoft
cool
published
shit.
one. I can't remember what it's safe. It's not called Safe Haven. It's I can't remember the name of the map, but it's in like their top 10 as soon as you load the list.
Mhm.
It's Journey, and you start
Is
off
it the one
next-
with like the clocks? that
Yes.
are all like crazy all over the place? Yeah,
dude.
it's just
If
cool
you
shit.
if you were smoking weed while you went through that, or
and like that's the
you're
thing is
tripping,
like,
that
it's
would
like,
trip.
that
it's
was
like-
all made in that system, so
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
you could make stuff
yeah,
like
somebody
that.
could do
Yeah.
that.
But no, people want to make a giant circle map
I've
covered
seen
in
Last of
trees,
Us
and
stuff.
everyone gets shotguns and rocket launchers.
Dude, I've seen Last of Us maps that were just super good. Now, I did run into a Last of Us map where the zombies were the
It's the
angels?
Yeah.
angels.
but they were just kind of derping around. Like when I would shoot at them, they would just be like, "Oh, there's a guy here shooting it," and they would just like
Yeah,
look
we've-
at me.
Well, eventually they're going to
don't
add
get-
a zombie DLC, so we'll get
Yeah,
that.
that'll
and
be
they'll
like, we'll
actually
get
be
proper zombies.
I'm interested to see what vehicles they bring in for the Vietnam DLC because they've already got the choppers. You know, they can easily
I'm actually really excited for the Vietnam one.
I'm excited for all of them. They're
Yeah.
all really cool. They really pulled out all the stops in Far Cry 5.
It really feels like there's a lack of weapons though.
Yeah, no, I noticed
true.
that. There's
That's-
not a whole lot of
I
weapons.
agree.
And like for me,
Where's my fucking Deagle, by the way?
well, I don't know, but
But the fact of the live
there's
events
no
being
knife.
able to, yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's a combat survival game. You're in hunting hunting territory.
There's no
and
Bowie
there's no Bowie knife, there's no Rambo knife, there's no.
Especially because Jacob has one.
The live events can add weapons.
The live events being able to add weapons means that they in theory could add a weapon every week if they wanted to. Like they already added the Vector, which is fucking ridiculous, by the way.
I like the Vector. I played with
dude. It's Vector's stupid.
Dude, it's so lazy.
It doesn't hit hard enough, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's an SMG. It's firing a 9mm round.
You spray bullets in a laser.
Its low damage is made up for the fact that it's got the highest fire rate in the game and it's got like no recoil.
I would like more interesting shotguns, to be honest.
The thing, if they can just add weapons through things like that, I mean, we'll probably see more over the course of time.
See more, and like I said, like the DLCs, there's only 3 DLCs of the 6 that we know of. We only know of 3 DLCs out of the 6 that they were talking about. So.
I've had a lot of fun with Far Cry. I'm getting a little bit bored with it, just a tiny bit, because they need to ramp they need a toggle button in your options menu that toggle how often random encounters come into you.
Because that'll go down. You'll get less and less. You'll get less and not from animals, but like from people.
No, I'm talking like I'll be fishing.
Animals is not needed.
And a guy with a flamethrower will literally just like
once you clear an area.
Yeah, once you start like clearing out more outposts, you'll get less and less, and then you can reset the outpost should you want.
Yeah, and what is it, prestige it or something?
It's just Outpost Master. Yeah,
so
you can just. I actually just did that a few days ago. I reset all the outposts. You have to finish every outpost before you can do that, though. So.
Yeah, that's good end of game content, especially while you're waiting for the new stuff to come out.
Yeah, so like I reset all the
greatest. Is great. Peaches is fantastic. Peaches is a murder machine, but Cheeseburger has no chill.
No, he doesn't. He's a fucking bear. He's not gonna have any chill.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna go get a bear, but the quest was like, don't let the cult take Cheeseburger. I'm like, he don't need help.
He doesn't need help. He's doing great.
Cheeseburger doesn't need help. He's fine.
I'm just standing here watching him tear people apart.
Yeah, Cheeseburger needs no help.
I legit was like, I was trapped between a car and a shed there in the yard where it was. And this guy was like running around the corner. I pulled out a shotgun to get it, and this bear just flies out of nowhere. Just boom! It was like
Cheeseburger don't need help, dude. He's good.
I could literally smell this dude shit himself. And like for an NPC, you just big like wet sack hanging off the back of his pants.
Cheeseburger. Don't feed him any real cheeseburgers.
Diabetes.
He's got the diabetes.
He got the diabetes.
He's got the diabetes.
David. But, no, he's gonna hear this.
He doesn't listen to anything we do.
Oh,
savage.
I don't want to talk about savage moments.
You want to talk about savage
no,
moments?
I don't want to talk about savage
moments. You want to talk about the savage moments?
No savage.
You don't want to talk about how you ripped him apart the other day?
I was... no.
Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it then.
I don't know why... I don't know why you got so tilted when you were getting... When you were chewing apart... Yeah, you were just like, I was just like, oh, savage. You were like, stop. You were like, did you really need to turn it up to 11? I was like, what, dude? I don't understand.
Because I could have got away with what I said if you hadn't jumped in there last minute.
I don't think what I said had any effect on what.
Just to like clarify, because now it's like getting bored. People are like, wait, what are they talking about?
Savage.
My boss at work, because we're not going to go into details here. One of my bosses is an idiot, which I'm sure everybody.
Most of our bosses are idiots.
And I went to help another department. To work their freight. This is in retail, by the way.
Yeah, they never work in retail.
It was me and it was you over there.
Which, there's so many different like.
No, this with Ariana.
I think it was just you and him.
I think it was just you and me at this time.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone else was there.
We were in the freezer. I opened the doors, and she was like, "Well, why aren't you over in this other area working?" And I immediately go because my boss is an idiot that thinks she can do everything by herself with no help, and she's the one all be all that will Highlander that will save the store. And she just stood there looking at me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get away with this. She's not reacting, and then
savage.
Go ahead.
Savage.
He just said savage out loud, and she just twisted. She goes, "I'll make sure your other manager does." What it's like.
I don't think what I said changed what was going on, but
it's the fact that you put that little zing, that's what you did. You yelled zing out loud, basically. It was like,
savage.
Now she has to do something.
Well, because they're friends, so I mean, should have expected that.
Oh no.
Savage.
I have a lot of moments like that where I don't think before I speak.
I'm aware. I'm aware of you being savage with David and being savage with Courtney and being savage with Terry.
Oh, when he went out of the freezer crying. That was his fault. That was his fault.
Why would you say that?
I made a manager. I am a grunt. I am the lowest that there is. I am the bottom whipping boy. But I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it long enough. When you tell someone, hey, you know what, you are really irritating me. Why don't you, while I'm doing this impossible workload, and you were there, it was impossible for us to get through that.
No, yeah, that was a ridiculous night.
And I'm just like, dude, you need to go away. Like, leave us alone. Let us get our stuff done. And we were legit getting done. I was in the middle of finishing up like a half hour early.
You were on point.
Sorry, I was literally a half hour away from getting done. And he walks in there and he's just like, did you da 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 da? And I'm like, Terry, now's not the moment. You might want to walk away.
Because remember, he said he wanted us to do something, and we didn't have the equipment.
He wanted us to do it.
Yeah, we didn't have the equipment.
Picks.
We didn't have the equipment to do it, nor did we have the time to do it. And we were, and like you were like, look, if you want this done, get in there and do it yourself, because we're not doing it.
Because we had 16 some pallets.
So then I remember he left, and he came back. He came back with the equipment. And was like, here, I got you guys' stuff, and that's when it got like savage.
So I headbutted the pallet. I'm just like, no.
That's when it got savage, because that's when he was like, I'm not fucking doing it.
Later in the night, he came back to he's like, I want to have a talk about this. I'm like, now's not the time, because I got it done. You need to just leave. He goes, you don't da. And I went and I shut. This
was in the back.
This is in a freezer. I shut a what is it, a 5-inch thick?
5-inch thick door.
It's a 5-inch insulated door. I shut it, and my buddy here was over on the next to yogurt. Like, I don't know how many. That's like
probably like 200 feet away.
That's 300 feet. And I cussed him out so loud. He could hear every word I was saying through the door. There were people just standing there, just like.
Yeah, this was like through the back.
He comes out crying. He's, why would you say that? And I'm just standing, like, I went right back to work and finished what I was doing. And I got done early enough. And I was just like, I want to go home. They're like, okay.
Why would you say that? Oh, what a grade A moment, dude. I miss the old days.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
Being on,
you sleeping on I have a picture of you sleeping on a pallet. I've got a picture of, remember when they threw that juice down and you just took a picture of it, like squatting over it. Like,
threw the gallon of juice on the ground.
He made it look like he was pooping it out. It was great.
Good stuff.
The 5 pounds of McDonald's.
Yeah, but we got all the. Yeah, I was just telling someone about that today. We went to McDonald's and it just like we somehow ended up with 4 like large combo meals.
we had asked for like I just want 2 burgers. And
it was like 2 burgers and like drinks.
And they gave us literally 5 pounds of food. We paid only for those 2 burgers and 2 fries. And we were like,
well, we got suspicious because they're like, here's the first bag, and we're like, it's heavy. We're like, oh, what's
first bag?
Here's the second bag, and then here's the 4 drinks, and we're like, uh-oh.
But you know what? We polished them off.
We did. Well, because we didn't want to waste it, so we're like, dude, what do we do? And we're like...
And it was a really heavy night, I'm afraid, too. We were just like, do it.
You get after lunch, you're just like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's when the initial, like, we had made a pact after that to, like...
Never eat that
much food again.
We put out, like, a 2-pound limit on there?
Yeah, we're like, can't eat that much food, can't do it again.
No.
Because we didn't do shit when we got back. Worth it, though.
They came over, what's wrong with me? I was literally, instead of picking up the cases, I was picking up my belly and just carrying it around. I was like,
we had to, like, eat it. We didn't want to waste it, so we're like, gotta throw it down.
I don't know. I've done that with Taco Bell at work.
Gotta throw it down, dude.
At Taco Bell, I get like three of the $5 boxes and smash the whole thing.
Just like,
oh man, I love those crunchy gorditas. Crunchy gorditas.
I haven't had Taco Bell in forever. I want their cheesy fiesta potatoes. These things are great.
I'm starving. I'm so fucking hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
I could have brought over that secret dish I was going to tell you about earlier.
Secret.
Do you really not want to know what that is, by the way?
I don't care. If you can't hold it in, I can tell you're like...
It's a specially seasoned steak.
Breaking.
It's a steak minced cheeseburger wrapped in bacon and wrapped up in a croissant with buttery golden crust on it with garlic.
Fuck yourself. I told you I haven't eaten all day.
And it's like, when I've been making them, you guys can't see what I'm doing. They're like a foot long. Oh. They're like almost 6 inches thick.
Oh man!
See, I could tell you couldn't hold it in.
I'm just like, I wanted to tell it.
Couldn't resist. Just had to get it
I like to cook. I'm not the greatest cook, but I like to cook.
You're one of the greatest cooks I've ever had the pleasure of eating their food.
I'm going to be making my mushroom bourbon beef stew sometime soon.
Oh my god!
So if I do that, you
will.
You want some?
I will obliterate as much as that as I can eat.
For anybody listening, crockpots are king.
Crockpots are king.
You can do a lot of lazy cooking with it that comes out good. If you know how to make a nice marinade, like I legit reduce. It's a half a bottle of bourbon, barbecue sauce, ketchup, mustard, ground mustard, Worcestershire, smoke, salt, pepper, garlic, parsley, and basil. And you just simmer it down into a thick paste. You put that with any beef dish, and then put it in the crock pot afterwards.
Oh man,
yeah,
delicious.
Yeah. Of course, if you want drunk carrots again, like I did with the Christmas dinner.
Oh, that was fucking amazing.
Were you there for that?
Yeah, I was there for that.
Were you there for that?
No, I was not. Oh, no.
I had half the shift drunk because, like, as I was walking in the building, I poured another half a bottle each into each crock pot. So when people were like, "Oh, I hear you have bourbon beef stew," I'm like, "You have no idea." They started sipping. I'm like, "Oh no,
dude! Oh my god, dude! Every dish you've made, I've been floored every time."
Deviled eggs, you guys. This
what?
one,
What?
this one over here. You weren't here for this.
I was not here for
it
this.
was.
But I've heard the
you and
story
David.
multiple times.
He like okay, so I had a big. I don't know.
This is just gonna. This is like.
It's almost a 2 foot.
This is video/audio documentation of how fucking fat we are.
And this guy, you're a skinny dude.
This was a big tray. This was like a cookie sheet.
It was that big glass circle.
Yeah, but I'm
you could literally put a 20-pound turkey on this thing.
Yeah, like if you
it's
could just picture like I'm like square footage cookie sheet size.
Yeah,
it's like
filled up with deviled eggs. Like I had worked for the better part of an hour to get this thing ready, and they showed up, and I was in the middle of getting other appetizers ready. I'm like, oh well, I've got some deviled eggs out there on the table, and I come around the corner because I hear him like, dude, don't take them all. Look over. This one's got the plate like up at an angle, and he is literally
like
movie scooping it. It is just like a funnel, and it's like, it's like, what the hell's just happened?
What have I gotten myself into?
What have I done? Dude, I made a lot more food after that too, and they piled through half of it, and then they crapped out on the couch.
David and you are one of the dude. Jeremiah, when Jeremiah says that we eat like Saiyans, he fucking means it.
We need to all go to that Chinese buffet up there by the movie theater, and we need to get kicked out. That needs to be the goal.
I don't think I've ever been to that one. I don't think I've ever been to that one.
He's talking about
by Regal.
I don't think I've ever been there.
There's a buffet up there.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been there.
It's not great. It's not great, but they do bring out food regularly.
It's like $10 and it's a buffet. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't care if it's not great. If it's a buffet.
Oh yeah,
buffet is buffet.
They have a sushi buffet there and a hibachi that they will do right there. Like it comes. No, the sushi that they have out. If you go to him, he will make you whatever you want. You just have to figure out how to speak Chinese.
Speak Chinese.
I want that one. You just have to point. They have to be like,
if it's a buffet, yeah. Dude, the best buffet I've ever been
They
to.
fat shamed me out of there before, by the way. I went in there. I had 2 plates of food. I was walking through and I dropped a sushi roll on the ground. And I was kind enough to stop, get down, pick it up, and walk it over. And all I hear is them laughing. And I turn to look, and here's like 6 people like pointing at me. Like, you work here. What are you doing? This is very unpleasant right now. I was like,
wasn't it your dad that got kicked out of a Ponderosa or something like that?
I don't remember what buffet it was. I don't think it was a Ponderosa, but it was a.
Couldn't have been because they got a shrimp tray.
Yeah, no, it was some little like one-off place that had a buffet. I'm sure they're all closed, but yeah, my dad got removed from the buffet because instead of taking a plate of shrimp, he just brought the whole damn tray back to his table, and they were just like, "Oh, you leave now," and kicked him out. They were like, you have to leave.
Which I don't understand because could he have eaten all that?
100% believe he could have eaten all that.
Okay, then I don't see the problem.
It
sounds like you need to bring out another tray of shrimp.
I 100% believe he could have eaten all that shrimp. No problem.
My brother, when Ponderosa was still, or Campbell's Buffet, do you remember that?
I don't remember Campbell's.
Okay, Campbell's Buffet was about, I don't want to say 20 years ago.
Yeah.
My brother, I was with my grandmother getting salads. My brother comes out with my grandfather, like looking to see what my grandma's doing. Because if my grandmother saw what my grandfather was up to, she would hit him with a spoon. Didn't matter where they were. She would grab it and be like, you know better. And he would just be, it was him. He's like, come on, boy. Him and my brother went off, and I was just like, I don't know what they're doing, but I'm going to go over here. Come back to the table. They have a whole tray of cheesecake at the table, and they piled it. And my grandmother sits down, and she just mean mugs the shit out of and my grandfather was smart enough not to look at her the whole time. He was just plowing through this. It's like they got through all.
If I don't look, it'll go away.
If I don't look,
if I don't look, it's fine.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
He had a garden out back, and he would grow stuff like cucumbers, potatoes, like tomatoes, stuff like that. And she would tell him, I want to use this for this, I want to use this for that. But he had this bad habit of he wanted to get into stuff, and he wanted to eat it like the ingredients raw as it was going. I remember him. He had brought in cucumbers from the table, and he liked Van Camp's pork and beans. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I was like, go make lunch for the kids while I get dinner ready. And she should have probably known better because he's like, okay. He goes and he gets this tiny little can, cracks it open, spreads it out amongst two bowls. He just microwaves it. He goes lazy with us. And he's like, here you go, guys, kid, get out of the kitchen. Here he is. He opens with this gigantic can of pork and beans. And she's out there working to pick up the stuff for the garden to make fresh potato soup. She comes in last second as he's got this whole thing upended. And I see her grab a spoon and she just starts whapping the living crap out of him. It was like, all right, Grandpa, you knew better.
You knew what you were doing.
You knew.
You knew what you were doing.
He was a good man. He was unipolar though, which you don't hear a lot of. It's a fairly uncommon disease in this area. Basically, he will tell you what he's prone to violence, and he would tell you what he was going to do before he did it. Okay. And my sperm donor of a father was at the house. My mother was, I think, 2 months pregnant, and my father or my grandfather was furious because they weren't getting married. They were whatever. This is this is the 80s. Yeah. And he told him 4 times to leave, and he didn't. He sat down in the chair and he goes, "That boy don't leave. I'm gonna kill him." And he didn't listen. Well, a fight broke out. He went outside, and my grandfather just starts waddling up to him. And my grandmother saw he had a screwdriver behind his back, and she's like, Earl. And he goes at my dad. My dad scrambles because you can't tell me what to do. You're not going to make me leave. Oh, he pulled out that screwdriver and tried one good swipe at him, and he got the message. Well, he got into the car as he was pulling out. My grandfather buried it into the windshield, and he just walked back inside. And was like, I don't understand the problem. Why is everyone upset at me? I told him to leave 40 times. I love my family. They're just crazy enough to have cool stories.
Yeah,
my family is not crazy enough to have cool stories.
My dad has done so much shit.
Spam did it.
My family is pretty relaxed when it's not either we're screaming at each other or we're just sitting there quietly is the thing.
And my dad is always getting himself into some shit. I swear, it's dude, it's every day. Every day there's something going on.
I don't believe for a second that your dad is what we think he is.
Every fucking day there's something going on.
Okay, Gravemind has a running theory that Solar's dad is some kind of Russian spy.
I think he's a sleeper agent, KGB, and I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to end up in a river. But he's former Spetsnaz. He served where in Georgia?
There's a Georgian conflict.
Yeah, I made the mistake of asking somebody about how they liked Flachet. He's like, Russia didn't use Flachet. Who's your friend? Does he want to come over?
He invited us out to
fishing.
To go out like out in the woods.
I was like, no, I'm gonna go fishing. And he goes, oh, we can all go together. I'm just like, I don't want to disappear. So if I disappear after this is published and put up, the KGB did it.
I don't think his dad listens to the podcast.
I hope to God not, but you never know.
He's busy.
You're eating something.
Dude, the one story,
eating a bear.
The one story that always stuck out in my brain that you told me about your dad, Solar, is when he fucking punches that guy's driver's side window out when the car.
When he stopped in front of him because he was like, this dude was like, I was a little kid. I don't remember how old I was. I was little, little enough to I'm playing with a Game Boy or something, I'm just minding my own business. Playing Game Boy Advance or whatever it was. I'm just minding my own business. And this dude, passes my dad. My dad always has a habit of, he goes a little bit over the speed limit, like pretty much everyone does.
Yeah.
Which, fine, whatever.
Everyone does it.
Yeah, go 5 over the speed limit. That's fine. Any more than that, and you're kind of being an asshole. So this guy, passes my dad, but couldn't leave it alone at that. Couldn't just pass him. This guy flips off my dad as he goes around him. He gets next to him, and like hangs neck and neck with him, flips him off, and then speeds out in front of him.
Preface here, your dad is huge.
Yeah, he was. He's since shrunk, because he's getting older now.
Okay, well, he was literally Terminator size.
Dude, he used to be buff, like he was scary. He was a scary dude, but he's actually lost a lot of weight recently because he's on some new medicine and all this kind of stuff. So he's doing a lot of stuff.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's just changing his like diet and stuff around. So he's actually on his way back up to being more buff and fit again, but he's shrunk from his previous size.
I see.
He's like in the valley right now. He's like this right now.
He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back up. So yeah, this guy passes him, and like I said, couldn't leave it well enough. Flips him off. This guy gets stuck at, I don't know if it was like a red light or a stop sign, but he gets stuck because there's all kinds of traffic, so he can't do anything. So my dad pulls around him, gets in front of him, so now the guy can't move. He's locked in place. Gets out of the car, punches through the driver's side window.
Shatters it one
punches
hit.
through it, just through the window. The guy, like, I'm kind of like playing, but I know something's going down because the car stopped and my dad has gotten out of the vehicle. I know something's going down, and I'm like looking over the back. I'm like, over the seat, looking to see what's happening, and that's all I see is I just see the fist through the window, glass all in this dude's car, and my dad like basically pulls him through the fucking window like this, like yanks him out, and this got him like halfway hanging out of the fucking window. He's like. He wasn't, like, beating the shit out of this dude, but, like, he might as well have been.
Was he, like, yelling at him, or?
That guy's pants were full after that.
Oh, dude.
He's got the
a Russian Terminator.
There's some dude, some big-ass dude that you cut off and gave the finger, pulls in front of you, gets out of his car, and you're like, oh, shit, better roll out the window.
In my mind, all I can see
quietly, gets punched through the window and fucking pulls you out of your car?
Yeah.
In my mind, all I can see is the Russian guy that looks like the Where's Waldo from Punisher, the old one.
Yeah, that was when I was little, man. Oh my god, my dad would be getting in all kinds of shit. Since then, he's like simmered down, but he still gets himself into shit constantly.
Not gonna make it.
Yeah, that's something. Did I tell you about
not
that?
Gonna make it.
Oh, what?
Okay, so my dad will play video games. He has a PS4. He likes sports games, racing games. He likes that kind of stuff because he can get down with that. But he's like playing Madden, and he's playing by himself. He's not playing online or nothing. He's just playing a single season, whatever. And he's like in the third quarter of this football game, and he like lays on the bed sideways. Is how he plays, and he's laying there. And I come in, I'll pop in there to see what he's doing, see what he's playing or whatever. And he does that, and he's playing, and I see his legs like shaking on the bed, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, not gonna make it, not gonna make it. I'm like, what do you mean you're not gonna make it? Go shit. You can pause the game. You can pause the game, dude. You don't have to play through the whole thing. He's like, not gonna make it.
Did he make it?
I don't know.
Oh no!
It's just the funny. It's like, not gonna make it.
And I see where I get it from. Like,
I do.
See where I get it from.
You crying in the bathroom after your.
See where I get it from.
How many chili peppers did you drink?
It was 3 jars of ghost pepper salsa in one day.
One sitting.
It's even worse.
I don't know why you're doing it.
And he was wondering why he was in the sheets bathroom crying.
I don't know why you're judging me.
We're not judging you. I just think it's hilarious as a
dude. Well, the thing is though, is like
adult.
I didn't feel that at any point. That came out of nowhere and hit like a freight train. The moment I pulled, like the whole ride there, fine. I know it's not like I like had the shit. It was just keeping it at bay. It was just we got there and I was like, I have to go now. There is no waiting. Like,
and David's in the sheets walking around.
Yeah,
and they're looking at him because they're like, "What is this guy doing?" Walking around.
Yeah, they thought he was like stealing shit because they're
morning.
watching him like this guy's suspicious. He's just walking around a long time.
morning.
So David comes into the bathroom as I'm in there. And it's like, my asshole's on fire because I did shit on ghost pepper salsa. And he's like, they were looking at me, I was suspicious. And now I'm dying laughing, so my asshole hurts even more.
Just like,
stop making me laugh.
And I was like, stop making me laugh. It hurts.
Oh my god.
Were you like pouring sweat?
Oh, dude, seriously, like I was Oh, it was no good.
No bueno.
But like he was just wandering around out there for I don't know, probably 10 minutes.
It's like, why is this guy wandering around Sheets?
In their defense,
2 in the morning for 10 minutes.
In their defense, that is a pretty sketchy area. So if you saw
No, it is.
It's a weird. It's a
I
weird
get it, but like the thing is like I don't think they saw me come in. I think they just saw him walking around. They don't know that someone like ducked into the bathroom that he was with. So.
Oh no, that's like the Starbucks. These 2 African American gentlemen went in there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They were just lounging, like waiting for their friend
there
to show
was-
up, and
yeah,
they got
nothing-
arrested.
Yeah, there was nothing like happened. Nothing. They just got arrested. For no
They
reason,
won't
so.
buy anything. They're like, well, okay, they're waiting for their buddy to buy stuff because if you drink coffee before someone gets there, you're probably not going to have a third or fourth one while they're waiting.
Yeah, that was a whole dumb situation.
I don't know. It's stupid.
But David's just adorable enough, I guess, that they just decided he wasn't a threat.
Yeah, he's not a
What's this
threat.
guy
He's not
doing?
Fernando.
Fernando.
You know, my dad.
You weren't
walking
part
around-
of that.
See, my dad walking around would be an issue. They'd be like, "This guy's
Oh no, I would
This guy's up
think
there.
your dad's sketchy as hell too. If he was,
this guy's up to something."
I would hear the Terminator like boom.
You know all that ice cream I bought?
Boom.
Yeah.
That was on
Did he eat
clearance?
it all?
He, I bought that peanut butter cheesecake one, right?
Yeah.
He ate that whole thing in one sitting. That's a half-gallon ice cream.
What kind of ice cream was it?
It was a peanut butter cheesecake.
From where?
It was
from work.
Toffs.
Yeah, it was from work.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
they
know.
were on
I didn't
clearance
know
for
we had new
$2.
ones.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
okay,
no,
I know
no,
what you're
clearance,
talking about.
clearancing
Yeah,
out.
I didn't realize it was.
It was
Yeah, I
a
bought a bunch of
half-gallon
ice cream yesterday. Okay, so
Oh, so you did buy much ice
yesterday
cream.
I bought that pint, and I was
Yes.
saving it. I was saving it for Saturday, but then we played Fortnite for like 3 games, and I was pissed. And you probably noticed I disappeared for like 20 minutes.
Did you drown your sorrows in
I
ice cream?
fucking ate that whole pint of ice cream.
He's just raging hot. He sticks his whole raging head.
And fucking Ashley, I left the lid on the counter, so Ashley comes home, and I'm sitting at my computer, and she like pushes me back because like this chair leans back. She pushes me back. She's like, "Did you eat ice cream?" I'm like, maybe.
It reminds me of the whole like you're sitting there in your underwear
my
eating ice
God.
cream.
I bought when we first moved in here. I bought some cotton candy ice cream. She bought something for herself, and I bought cotton candy ice cream for myself. And it's like 9 o'clock at night. I was on a day off, and I've got my tub of ice cream. I'm sitting on my bed in my underwear watching YouTube with my ice cream. And she walks in. She's like, "So you're eating ice cream from the tub in your underwear? Who hurt you?"
Bad touch. I need an adult.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? It was a good moment. Who hurt you?
No.
So he's drowning his sorrows in ice cream.
Shut up.
I mean, there's worse.
It was just one of those things where I was just like, fucking stupid kid, fucking eating ice cream.
Fucking ice cream. I was saving this.
I got Jeremiah drunk the other day.
Oh yeah, that's unheard of.
Doesn't it take quite a bit to
Dude,
knock him off?
he can hold his rum.
I mean, he's Puerto Rican.
He is Puerto Rican.
He's got the
You can't see
genes.
it until he starts drinking, and it's like, wow.
He's got the genes. Is he like, no, it is a sickness.
And Brett fell over like a 60-pound bag of
Brett
bricks.
told me that he took a shot or something. It just was that was it. He was over.
We were playing
He was
blackjack.
fine, and then he was done.
Yeah, done.
He just did straight onto his side. I was like, oh, is he dead?
That's fine.
Is he dead? Is he alive? Nope,
Yeah,
nope, that's it.
Brett told me that you guys got Jeremiah shit-faced. Just something that Scott and David and I have been trying to do for years.
We haven't been able to do it.
Because you didn't bring the right thing to the table. You got to bring rum. He's Puerto Rican.
He does love his spiced rum.
We're not talking about racial stereotypes here. We're talking about his whole family loves rum.
Oh yeah, I know this for a fact.
I had Black Kraken and Calico Jack. One of them was
Tennessee
84
honey?
proof. Brett brought the
Fucking
Tennessee
love
honey.
Tennessee honey. It's like maple syrup.
It's too sweet for some. Like
I
bet that'd be great on ice cream or like
I
in
love
pancakes.
It's maple syrup.
Like literally just make pancakes and put it on there as the syrup.
Oh, it's so good. It's one of the few whiskeys that I actually really enjoy is Tennessee honey, Fireball, stuff like that.
I do not like Fireball.
You don't like Fireball?
I don't like Fireball.
Man. When we did Drunk Burnout, which I have that video downloaded, so I'll have to make a video out of that. Although it doesn't really matter.
I'll have to get my clips because I have clips from.
We did a Drunk Burnout stream where
Oh,
David,
no.
Scott, and I were all drunk playing Burnout. I drank that whole
I don't think I've ever
fucking
been around
bottle.
you guys drunk, have you?
I drank that whole bottle.
I don't know if you have. I don't think so.
You
I don't
know
think
that
so.
you know that like knockoff Fireball we have at work?
Yeah.
I drank that whole bottle.
I mean, you're talking to a professional alcoholic
I
here,
know.
so
I drank that whole bottle. Pretty funny. He only had 2 cans of Mike's Harder.
I had those Mike's Harder.
Bitch. It's okay. David had like 9 beers apparently, and was like, and David, if you listen to this and get mad, I have video proof. So fuck off.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, video proof of this. Dude, seriously, he was like, I'm like 9 beers in, and like 10 minutes later, he's like, we should play more drunk games. This is fun.
Yeah, I just had like 2 of those, the big cans of Mike Hyder. I was on an empty stomach for the.
I hear excuses.
First beers.
I was on an empty stomach too. So.
Yeah, I was on an empty stomach with it, and like I'm not trying to get like shit faced. I just wanted like a buzz.
Oh my god, David!
I try to stick to my Fosters. David
was so.
I get $2
I just wanted like a buzz. I wasn't looking to get. I was gonna buy like shitty vodka and just slam that. But
of course, you were Russian. All right, we're going to stereotypes here. We're doing this.
Stereotypes exist for a reason, especially with Russians. Come on, it's all we got over there is potatoes. Gotta work with what you got, man.
I feel like you guys are the way with vodka, the way like the Irish were with potatoes. If they didn't have anything to eat, if they didn't have any potatoes to eat, so here's a carrot, you just swat it away. Get that out of here.
Potato.
Yeah.
Potato.
Okay, well, I think we're out of time. You got to get going soon, right? It's almost 3:30.
Is it really? Oh, I guess I missed the dinner at Wolfie's.
That sucks.
At 2:00, there was supposed to be a bunch of people were getting together from work over there. So, well, this was, I guess, fun.
What, from your
I feel like I screwed it up, and
What? How'd you screw it up?
I feel like I opened my mouth, and I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah, you're fine. Thanks for listening / watching. Podcast not included. I will not be getting it on iTunes or anything anytime soon because I have to have my own website to do so, and I don't feel like paying for it. So, watch it on YouTube. Listen to it on YouTube. We're going to try and keep this at a weekly thing. I'm sorry that we just didn't get to it yet last week. And it should be going up on Saturdays.
Some unusual circumstances. It's not. I don't get teeth pulled every week, so don't worry about that.
Well, I mean, with the amount of chili pepper you eat, I'm surprised more
my teeth are actually okay.
Dissolving.
I don't want to get off on a tangent, like we're trying to end it, but like for as much shit as I eat, my teeth are in relatively good shape. So
my teeth are in fucking horrible shape.
My teeth are impervious.
Mine must be.
You can follow us on Twitter at PL Not Included and Instagram at Punchline Not Included. You can follow me on Twitter at JiffyNano, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/JiffyNano. You can, Scott doesn't have any social media because he's weird and missed that whole thing. Do you have any social media you want anyone to follow you on or no? No?
Not yet.
Not yet.
If I do like a cooking channel or something at some point, I should do like
seriously. I think
drunken
you should do
German
a cooking
cooking
channel. I think you should do a cooking channel. I think you should stream cooking. I think you should stream art.
I agree. I agree.
What?
I would watch a cooking YouTube thing.
My fat ass
I'd fucking watch it.
Just cooking in the kitchen?
I'd fucking watch it.
Yeah, seriously.
That's food. Seriously, that's food porn, dude.
Cooking streams and art streams are commonplace. Cooking channels and art channels are commonplace. Try it. What's the worst that can happen?
I would never stream making bourbon beef because that would take 8 hours.
You may not stream it, but like if you make a YouTube video, just like cut it up is like is what you're doing.
Actually, I wonder if somebody would watch that. If you just like if you cleared off the lid and you focused on just the slow bubbling,
you'd be surprised.
I think you would be.
You'd be surprised. You'd probably get some people watching some bubbling stew.
I think yeah, that's exactly what territory we're getting into.
No.
Anyway, thanks you guys so much for listening / watching. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit go down in the comments, talk to us, do whatever. No specific comments like the one video we put out. No, I'm just kidding. The YouTube videos should even out soon. It's just time and effort, and I'm lazy, so. But
we gotta recoup.
We gotta record.
We had a very strange last week and a half, so it was kind of rough.
But if you enjoyed the podcast, spread it around, share it to your friends, hit that subscribe button if you want to listen to more of it, and